It's highly on video time, and in this video, it's a speculation video. We're gonna try to narrow down the list of which of the 200 companies that Thomas Healy was referring to. And the videos with the upside down HYLN logo watermark, that's from the HYLN channel.
We have signed letters of intent with customers for all of the units we plan to deploy this year. These early units will be deployed into various target markets and some with select Fortune 200 companies.
That statement is also reiterated in this video.
But as we did share on today's earnings call, we do have an exciting list of customers that'll be taking these units, some of which include Fortune 200 companies. So
I'm kind of curious into which of these 200 companies he's referring to. And of course, he's not disclosing it at this time. So the only choice that we have is to wait. And while we're waiting, we can kind of guess as to which ones. We have two choices. Either he's referring to the top 100 Fortune 200 companies or the bottom of the Fortune 200 companies. And this video, I'm just going to look at the bottom 200. And we have all these companies to pick from, and we just need to start crossing things off. So things like Visa, that deals with finance, Starbucks, that deals with coffee. We have these biotech startups, insurance companies, financial companies. We can scratch those off, and we start reducing the list down to a smaller group of companies. But still, we can thin those out. And think Cummins is in that list. I would like to mention as well. They're kind of like this kind of nemesis competition, and there's a bunch of people from Cummins over at HYLN kind of thing going on, but I'm going to cross them off. Uber, this deals with cars. Netflix, no. Union Pacific, I know someone from the board came from Union Pacific, and that deals with railroads, but I'm kind of crossing that off. Delivery services, tax services, crossing those off. And we get down to a smaller list of companies to choose from. And now we can start categorizing these into, we have defense companies, we got 3 of them. Companies that deal with oil and gas, there's 6, and a larger set of utility companies. We have another choice to make. We can use Google Trends to figure out who was looking for HYLN and try to guess which companies were interested in them. Or it could not be based on Google Trends and based on something else, which I don't know. So I'm just going to make a choice and choose Google Trends. From December 2023 to August of 2024, most of the people looking for HYLN as a company came from Massachusetts, followed by Pennsylvania, and then by Texas. Anything with less than 1%, I'm just pretending they don't exist. With the Department of Defense, these are the 3 companies and where they're headquartered in. We're looking for companies in Massachusetts, Pennsylvania, and Texas, and unfortunately, none of these fall in that category. So I'm just going to remove them from that list. I think that's kind of further out into the future kind of thing. Oil, We have companies from Houston, Dallas, Texas, New Jersey. We can scratch off the one from New Jersey. Utility companies have companies from Georgia, North Carolina, Texas, Florida, Maryland, California, and Illinois. Again, looking for Massachusetts, Pennsylvania, Texas, and that removes all but 2 of them. We're left with this list. We have 5 for oil, 2 for utilities. And for the oil, all of them are in Texas, but there's one company called Halliburton, and it has actually 2 headquarters in Texas and a place called Dubai in the United Arab Emirates. And that kind of like sticks out like a sore thumb kind of a little bit compared to these others, because these just have one location. So let's take a closer look at this one. And this is kind of like a stretch, and I wouldn't say it's this one. It just kind of smells a little bit different.
I would also like to share a couple of board updates as Secretary Andrew Card and Stephen Pang are stepping down from the board. Mr. Card is pursuing a new leadership role with the George and Barbara Bush Foundation, and Mr. Pang is resigning due to personal reasons. I would like to thank Andy and Stephen for their dedicated service on our board. They both have been on the HYLN board since we went public in 2020 and have been instrumental in the growth of HYLN and guiding us through this recent transition we undertook.
Now, I know that Mr. Peng, he left due to personal reasons, but he appears over on the left-hand side of this picture, and this is a photo op for Montana Technologies and AirJoule. AirJoule is supposed to make things like cooler, and it's connected with like almost like HVAC systems. It's supposed to be more energy efficient, and it's listed under the ticker symbol AirJ. Now there's another video.
Any partnerships in the Middle East, since you are in Dubai at the COP28, as you know, it's highly in demand, taking into account the weather conditions over here?
We are in discussions with many regional, GCC regional, and UAE-based industrial manufacturing companies and white goods manufacturers, and we are hopeful to, in 2024, establish an assembly distribution center here in the UAE for domestic consumption and for export around GCC.
Yeah. Are you in talks with any investors from the region, for example?
We are. We've presented the opportunity for partnership as a strategic investor or strategic manufacturing partner to multiple well-known institutions around the UAE.
And you see the appetite is around?
Certainly an appetite for this technology and the opportunity. Certainly.
Any plan to open an office in the region?
Absolutely. We're already in process.
So that was like a venture capitalist associated with Montana Technologies, and he's talking with some guy in the United Arab Emirates about this AirJoule technology. And we know that AirJoule has they're using a product from GE Verona, and Stephen left from HYLN to Montana Technologies, and Halliburton has a dual headquarter location in both Houston, Texas, where HYLN's located at, and Dubai. I'm not saying that one's it, but you can kind of narrow down the list to about 7 of them. But then you kind of have to go, it's like, well, what's in the top 100? And why does like Massachusetts stand out so much? That's like another question that I have that I cannot answer, but that's going to require additional research. That's it for this video, and of course, thanks for watching.